beautiful angels of the internet. A little sage to start the video today. I love burning this, and I always say, all bad energies must leave. So yeah, I much prefer this to Palo Santo. Is that what it's called? It's like another thing that you can burn. Ooh, all the bad energies in your life must leave. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say before we start today's vlog, a huge thank you to you guys, because in my last video, I was very vulnerable in sharing some struggles that I was currently going through. And I feel like in life, we're always gonna have those moments of fragility and doubt and unexpected loss, and that is just a part of being a human. Showing up and then you guys holding so much space for me in the comments and making me feel so safe is such a blessing to me and reminds me of the power of community. So you guys are always like that. So it wasn't unexpected, but it was really beautiful during that time to be able to feel like, oh, like the internet loves me back, and how wonderful, you know? So I wanted to say thank you for that. First of all, you guys are the best. You guys are the best on the internet. The Palace Angels are the best. And second of all, in that video, I also announced that I was dropping a print for the first time in like a year, really, because it was for myself, first of all, because I wrote this poem based on like sort of the struggles that I was going through. And when I shared it with a few friends, they were like, oh, we would really love to have this on our wall. So I decided to make a print, and a lot of you guys already pre-ordered it. The front is an illustration of this girl on the beach, and she's crying, but it's tears of joy. And it's just to remind us that all things do pass. And so I will put the link down below if you want to pre-order it. I am closing the pre-orders on Wednesday. So yeah, I will link that down below. The second thing before we get into the vlog is that I am taking you guys along with me in this video for my first ever concert in Paris. It was definitely unexpected in a lot of ways, as it is when you do live performance. Like, you're never quite sure how it's gonna go, but that's what I love about it so much. Like, when you're performing live, is it's more about the experience and being present over final results, and, you know, just trying to form a connection with people. And so many of you guys actually showed up. I remember I was backstage with my bassist, and she's like, wow, like there's a lot of people. I even had a friend like surprise me with a sign she made that said Shayna on it. Some of you guys brought flowers. Some of you guys traveled in from so far away. But I also wanted to announce along with that, that if you missed my first concert, I am having my second ever concert at the Superpower in the 18th, in the 18th arrondissement. The 10th of May, and the tickets are already on sale for that, and I'm super excited because I feel like after the first concert you sort of like feel more confident, and I just created like this whole theater show around my songs. So I'm super excited if you guys want to come support and also hang out, maybe get a drink after. It's gonna be really lovely, and I'm actually having some friends to be like my opener, this group called Toboggan. And I love their music as well. So definitely check that out in the link down below. Come with your friends. It's gonna be a vibe. But for now, I just wanted to say thank you for being there for me. I love you guys. You guys. And let's get into today's vlog. Hello, you guys. It's Saturday night, and I'm getting ready to go to my first ever concert that I'm having. I refuse to be nervous. People keep writing me like, are you nervous? Because yeah, I haven't performed these songs before. I practice a lot, but I haven't performed them. But yeah, I refuse to be nervous because I feel like when you're an independent musician, you put so much work into what you're doing, and you never know how things are going to turn out. And I feel like the one gift that you really have is the chance to perform live and connect with people on stage. And so I feel like I really want to be present, and I feel like if you're present, you can't really be nervous, because I think the only times I've been nervous as a performer, like I used to do a lot of theater and stuff, is when I'm thinking of like the next line or the next thing to do. And I feel like no matter what happens, I'll be okay, you know? I think a lot of times in the past, I think that I would get nervous before things because it was a sense of wanting things to go a certain way, but I just have to remember to take my time and that I'm there to have an experience with people and not to like show off or be there to like be perfect, you know? I saw one of my friends do a show a year ago, and it really stuck with me because every time that he made a mistake, he made it like a part of the show. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I made a mistake and like I'm stressed. Like, he was like, that's a part of a live show. And so I kind of feel the same. And I think anytime that we have fear, it's because it's like coming from a place of, oh, I want these people to like me. But lately, and I talked about this in my romanticizing my life video, I just want to have fun by myself. And I honestly feel like if I cannot do that on stage, like if I get up there and I'm just stressed and I don't enjoy myself, then there is absolutely no reason that I should be doing this, because like it's just too much work and too much time if you can't enjoy yourself. And I think, you know, oftentimes our body reacts in ways that we can't control, and I think that's normal. But yeah, I like to channel my inner Nina Hagen, my inner, like all of the musicians that I really love and appreciate. And yeah, I'm gonna go there. We have the sound check at 5, and then I'm gonna get dressed up. I'm gonna get dressed up. I mean, I'm wearing this with like some white tights. Actually, on TikTok, they voted for what I was gonna wear for the concert. And I'm gonna do my makeup. I did some makeup tests, and I actually really enjoy doing that. I think it's a really great way to also like drop the ego of like, how do I look on stage? And it's more about like, look, I already decided to like destroy the canvas, entre guillemets. Like, I already decided to like make another choice that isn't necessarily pretty, but like is cool. So I don't really have to worry about how I look up there, because I'm like a whole nother character, a whole nother person. And I think that's a really great tool for creators, especially as like, you know, if this is a project I want to keep doing for like years on end, I won't have that pressure of like, you know, in 10 years, if yeah, I feel like a lot of times in music, people are all like about young up and coming things. But if you make a choice and say like, no, like my project isn't about being like a young cute girl doing music. My project is about being a cool badass bitch that does music, and I'm gonna do it my own way and have fun and try to like share an experience. I think oftentimes as well we can get nervous around like our vocals or our skills as a guitarist or anything like that. But always remember, like if you do music or if you paint and you do something and it's not necessarily your best, it doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that you had a bad vocal day or you had a bad guitar day, and that's fine. You know what I mean? That's totally fine. I'm also really proud of myself because, you know, I created this like little concert spectacle, like a theater show around my songs, like not like monologues or anything, but definitely like a text. And I wanted to do that because a lot of the songs that I created are very like personal, and I didn't want to be like, okay guys, and this next song is about this one time I got my heart broke. Like, I just don't like that. So I wanted to create something a little bit more like avant-garde, and I wrote the text in French and I memorized it, and so I'm just already proud of myself for doing that. And so yeah, I just wanted to check in for memories. I have packed my bags. I honestly shouldn't be talking that much because I don't want to fuck up my voice. But I packed my bag, my guitar, my synth, and it's like 40 minutes in the metro. It's just gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna be a good fucking time. Yeah, bitch. Okay, I'll see you guys there. Maybe. All right, bags are packed, ready to go. Okay. Okay.
On est les meilleurs, on est les meilleurs, on est les meilleurs. Attends, faut le sauter, c'était ça. On est les meilleurs, on est les meilleurs, on est les meilleurs. Oh my god.
Et attends, je vais prendre quelques-uns de toi.
C'est juste devant.
Ah, regarde-moi.
I will never again show my work in your stupid gallery. I will never again play a part in your toxic patriarchy. I'm sick of your glass houses and your boring stale white cubes. I'm sick of your gallery. I will never again play a part in your toxic patriarchy. I'm sick of your glass houses and your boring stale white cubes. I'm sick of your attitude and you're telling me what to do. you. They make you feel small. They make you do things you don't want to do. You create. You create. You create, but when will you destroy?
We're going to send the documents. We need to get the link for the show. That's like all of like the administrative stuff. We need to post. Maybe we need to make a list. We need to clean. We need to do our laundry. 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 I don't want to do that. We need to meditate. So it is 2 days after my show and I have so many thoughts. The first so many. First of all, I was so grateful that so many people came out. It was really unexpected, and you know, there wasn't like any pre-sales, so I couldn't see like who bought tickets, so it was just sort of like, we'll see how it goes. Some really positive points is like I really loved the size of the space for a first show. It was very intimate, as well as people running it were really nice, and I just loved the vibe of it. It felt very underground and cool. It didn't feel like stale or anything like that. And one thing that I was a little bit disappointed at, because of course we're always gonna have disappointments, is that because it was such like a small sort of underground place, there was no like return, so I couldn't really hear myself. So it didn't matter like how many practices I had before when I was on stage, because I couldn't hear myself. I like oversang, meaning that like I sang really loud because I wanted to hear myself. And so like by the middle of the show, I feel like I really like lost my voice and was struggling to sing. That was a big lesson, is like always have a return, like always have a way to be able to hear yourself. I was telling my mom afterwards and she was like, Shayna, you can't do that. You can't play at places where you can't hear yourself. But all the same, like I really liked the ambience of the place. And it was very cozy, like David Lynch vibes, the way they decorated it. And the next show that I'm playing, they do have returns, so I won't have a problem with that. I also think that before, because I really wanted to warm up, I was like warming up way too early in the day. And I learned that your vocal cords, like they'll stay warmed up for like 30 minutes. Like you should only really warm up like 30 minutes before the show. So another lesson learned. And then afterwards, like when I was talking to everyone, I think I couldn't really hide my disappointment in the things that went wrong. And I was telling my mom about that, like, and she said, Shayna, because she's a performer as well. She said something that her father told her, and he's also a performer, is that no matter what happens in the show, even if you feel like you didn't do your best, you're disappointed of different things, you always tell the people who came, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Don't complain, just tell people thank you, because, which I did. I didn't say thank you, of course, I said thank you, but you know, I was sort of hard on myself. And my mom was like, you know, when you tell people, oh, this went wrong, this went wrong, this went wrong, you're basically robbing them of the opportunity to have that experience where they enjoyed it, you know. And I think that was a really great lesson for me, and maybe to share with you as performers as well. I think that we're always harder on ourselves than other people will be, and the most important thing is to enjoy the present moment. And you know, you're singing live, you're doing a performance live, so you know, it's normal that things will maybe go wrong, but it's really how you handle it. And if you say like you roll with the punches, then like YOLO, you know what I mean? Like it's fine. Alright you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for all of the support. I hope to see you guys at my next concert. I'm gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be even better than I expected. And just remember, wherever you are in life, the sun is shining upon you, even if you can't see it. And I am just hoping that you have the best week ever, and I love you so much. Link in bio if you want to come to my next show, as well as if you want to get prints from me, and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, do little mini vlogs on there from time to time. And I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.